Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I'm going to discuss with you our expenses when we were in Singapore. So, based on some comments from my previous vlog about our expenses here in Australia, I also want to share with you our expenses when we were in Singapore, so you can compare it to the expenses that we had here in Australia. Basically, we moved from Singapore to Australia because we feel like it's more family friendly here. I'll also tell you why we think it's more family friendly here, but for now, I will list down all the expenses that we had when we were still in Singapore. So let's start. I'm going to start off with the rent that we had when we were in Singapore. When we were there, it's just me and my husband, of course. We have decided to rent a flat. So it's a condo that has a one bedroom with a very tiny space for our playroom. So don't get your mind dirty.
What's behind this door?
What is?
My playroom.
It's a playroom with our computers, because when we were still there in Singapore, given that the internet there is very fast and very reliable, we got hooked on playing some online games. So for me and my husband, we always play Dota every night for 2 games, and on weekends basically we were playing the whole afternoon, maybe Saturday. On Sunday we go to church, and then after that we play again. So that's how our life was when we were in Singapore. So we were paying around 1,800 Sing dollars when we were in Singapore. Okay, so before I continue, let me also tell you that there is an exchange rate difference between Sing dollars and Australian dollars. I'm gonna putting it here on the screen, like based on how much is the current foreign exchange, so that you can also try to imagine on how much we can save or how much you can save if you decided to go with Singapore or Australia. Aside from rent, of course, you also have to pay for your utilities. So basically for us, that was water and electricity. We were only paying around $100 to $150, but to be conservative, like if you want to save some money, maybe you will try to minimize using the air conditioning. So let's stick with $100 for our utility bills. Water is cheap. If I remember it correctly, water is cheap, so it's the same as here in Australia. So the electricity is the ones that you have to control. Like it can go up from $60 to $80 per month based on your consumption. So if it's very hot and humid outside, of course we normally will just use the aircon, but actually whenever we play, we always turn on the air conditioning. The next that we have allotted some of our income is our grocery. From my previous vlog with Australia, I budgeted, I believe, around $300 for groceries. But in Singapore, we were only paying around $40 per week for groceries. So it's 160 Sing dollars for groceries. And we normally have it delivered via Redmart. So normally we will also order bottled water from Redmart. Reason being is I'm very sensitive in terms of drinking tap water. Even if that Singapore water is potable, we still opt out drinking from it and decided to buy from Redmart. It's actually very cheap. I think it's even less than 5 Sing dollars for a box of, if I'm not mistaken, we have around 20 bottles per box. And since it's being delivered to your doorstep, then it's very easy to store it in our storeroom. The next is our internet bill. So our internet was through Singtel, and we're paying $60 for a fiber optic internet connection, 1 gig speed limit. So that's actually what we really miss when we transferred here to Australia. You will never see video buffing from your Netflix, YouTube videos, and whenever you download something, it's like instant. It's like magic.
Wow, magic.
Everything is there instantly. And we do have lags when we weren't using a fiber optic internet connection, but then when we transferred to having that connection, then we didn't have any lag, didn't have any problem at all. We enjoyed playing smoothly, no lags, and whether we win or not, that's not the point.
Quit!
So let's go to our transportation. So for the transportation, normally the fare is very cheap if you're going to ride MRT going to your office. So for our MRT top up, we normally just budget $230 for the whole month, and that's already for the both of us. Because if you'll compare it here in Australia, here you have to pay in every tap that you do here, you have to pay $4.40. But if you'll compare it to Singapore, the cheapest that you can get is even less than $1, and that can get get you like for a lot of stops. But then it's incomparable because Australia is very big. Even Victoria is very big if you compare it to Singapore. So I think that's the reason why it's more expensive here in terms of transportation. That's also the reason why we got a car for ourselves, because if you'll imagine, for a liter of gas, normally we only pay $1.60 or more. It depends. But yeah, it's quite cheap. Maybe you will decide to just drive instead of taking the tram. But riding the tram is very nice. You get to see the city and feel like you're in a very old setting or classic setting of a country. So I will not judge you if you still prefer to ride the tram. Next are our cell phone bills. So for us, we have a line with Singtel. So Alan was paying $70 and I have to pay $50. I think the reason why we have different plans because Alan needs a lot more data than I do. That's why his is more expensive and mine is just $50. But if I remember correctly, from the last company that he has, they actually reimbursed him the $50. So we were only paying $20 for his cell phone bills, which is actually not bad. So it's through Singtel and the connection is not bad as well. And you get unlimited text, unlimited call, and yeah, easy as. Next that I have to add in is Alan's food whenever he goes to the office, because for me I normally bring packed lunch when I was still working, but for Alan he always wanted to eat out, so I've budgeted a $200 lunch budget for him every month. Actually, it's very cheap when you eat to hawkers in Singapore. It's like you can just spend $5 and you can get to have a decent lunch, but if you want to spend more you can at least maybe around $15 to $20, but that's already like a fancy type, not fancy, like a middle class type of lunch. But for Alan, since he's working in a like western area of Singapore, there are not a lot of malls there, so they're only eating to like hawkers or canteens that are not that so expensive. And last but not the least is our health insurance. So we've decided to get a hospital health insurance through Prudential in case that we get admitted, because even if we were permanent resident there, we still have to pay some amount when we get confined. So us being permanent resident, we have a lot of discounts from the hospitals, especially polyclinics and public hospitals. But then if you get inpatient, of course you have to also provide out of pocket. That's the reason why we've decided to get an insurance with Prudential. If you're interested or if you want an insurance, I can recommend you our agent. Anyway, since I'm recommending him to you, let me get this chance to provide a shout out to my insurance agent when we're in Singapore. Hi Cedric, and I hope that you're doing well. And also do not forget to share my video if you have a chance. So we were paying $348 for insurance. That's for me and Alan. So it's not that bad because, well, that's per month, but it's not that bad because you have that safety net or you have that security once, or in case emergency you have to be admitted. So to sum it all up, the total of all the expenses that we normally spend when we're in Singapore is $3,018, and that's in dollars. So if you want to convert it to Australian dollars, then the conversion was right in front of this video. So that is the amount that we are spending for our needs when we were still in Singapore. So it's not that much. So if your salary is $5,000, then you can get the rest for you as your pocket money or for your personal expenses, like personal ones, if you prefer. Yeah, that's it. If you like this video or if you have some friends who you think that will benefit from this video, please do not forget to share this to your friends. And also, if you think that this is going to be very helpful for you, post it on your wall. And I hope that you can also provide some comments if you have any suggestions on what videos you want me to tackle about on my next vlogs. Again, please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe on my YouTube channel. And again, I hope to see you next week. Cheers, and you have a great day. Bye!